Chosen one, God is exposing the person who managed your story in secret. I am speaking to you now because something hidden is about to come into the light, and if you listen closely, you will not miss the shift that is already beginning in your life. There has been a person quietly influencing your path, shaping moments, guiding outcomes, and even interfering when you did not understand why things were not moving forward. I am revealing to you that nothing was random and nothing was truly out of my sight, because I have been watching every step, every whisper, and every intention connected to your journey. If you stay with me in this moment, you will see clearly who has been behind the scenes and why it matters right now. What is being uncovered will change how you see your past, your present, and the direction your life is about to take. Type Amen to affirm. You felt it in your spirit before you understood it in your mind, and that uneasiness was not confusion, but a signal that something deeper was at work. There were times when doors closed suddenly, when relationships shifted without explanation, and when opportunities slipped away just when you thought they were yours. You questioned yourself, wondering if you made mistakes or if you were not enough. But I tell you now that there was a hand moving in the background that you could not see. This person managed parts of your story in silence, sometimes out of control, sometimes out of fear, and sometimes out of intentions that were not aligned with my will. But I have stepped in, and I am exposing everything because your life is too important to remain in the shadows of someone else's influence. Before you go any further, take a moment and like this video if you feel something in your heart starting to shift, because this is not ordinary and it is not something you should ignore. I need you to understand that exposure is not meant to harm you, but to free you from confusion and restore your clarity. When truth comes to the surface, it can feel heavy at first, but it is the beginning of your release from hidden control. I have allowed certain things to remain unseen for a season because you were not yet ready to carry the full understanding of what was happening around you. Now you are stronger, wiser, and more prepared to see clearly without losing your peace. What I am revealing is not to break you, but to position you for a level of freedom you have never known before. There were conversations that happened without your knowledge, decisions made about you without your voice, and silent agreements that affected your path. You were not imagining the patterns that kept repeating, and you were not wrong to feel that something was off, even when you could not explain it. I saw every detail, and I recorded every moment, because nothing escapes my presence. The person who managed parts of your story believed they could remain hidden, but I am bringing everything into the open because your destiny cannot be controlled by anyone but me. You are chosen, and your story belongs in my hands, not in the quiet manipulation of another. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. Do not let fear take hold of you as this truth unfolds, because I am not revealing this to leave you vulnerable. I am revealing it to show you that I have been protecting you even when you did not see it. Every delay that frustrated you was sometimes a shield, every redirection was a rescue, and every unexpected ending was a form of my intervention. You thought you were losing something, but in many moments I was preventing you from being fully controlled or misled. This is why you must listen carefully, because understanding this will change how you interpret everything that has happened in your life so far. I am not asking you to confront anyone in anger or to act in haste, because wisdom must guide you now more than emotion. The exposure I am bringing is for your awareness first, so you can move differently and no longer be influenced in the same way. When you see clearly, you will no longer be easily redirected by hidden intentions or quiet interference. You will begin to notice patterns that once felt normal but were never meant for you. This is the moment where your awareness becomes your protection, and your alignment with me becomes your strength. You may feel a mix of emotions as this truth settles in your heart, and that is natural because you are processing something that was hidden for a long time. But I want you to remember that you are not alone in this, and you are not without guidance. I am with you in every step, and I will lead you through this with clarity and peace. The person who managed your story in secret no longer has the same influence, because I have stepped in to take full control of what belongs to you. Your life is being realigned, and what was once hidden is now losing its power over you. There were subtle shifts you ignored because you trusted too easily, and there were moments when you felt something was not right but chose to stay silent. I am showing you now that your discernment was not wrong. It was simply waiting for confirmation. What you feel rising inside you is clarity, and it is the beginning of your freedom. You must not blame yourself for what you did not see, because you were walking in faith while others were moving in secrecy. Your heart was open, and your intentions were pure, and that is why you did not expect manipulation or quiet control. But now I am lifting the veil, and I am allowing you to recognize the patterns that once confused you. You will start to connect moments that never made sense before, and suddenly everything will align in your understanding. This is not coincidence, this is revelation, and it is happening because you are ready to see. Type 1111 if you believe. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading so quickly everywhere? Recent CIA leaks have revealed a strong brain ritual that triggers an instant flow of wealth. This short technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly transforming lives. From heavy debt to dream vacations, this could be your path to abundance. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky, because the page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. There were times when you felt pushed in directions that did not feel right, yet you could not explain why you followed them. That was not weakness, that was influence working quietly around you. The person who managed parts of your story knew how to guide outcomes without being obvious, and they operated in ways that made you question your own instincts. But I tell you now, your instincts were never wrong. They were simply overshadowed for a time. I am restoring your confidence in what you feel, so you will never doubt yourself in the same way again. As this truth settles in, you may feel a sense of anger trying to rise, but I am asking you to release it before it takes root. Anger will cloud the clarity I am giving you, and it will pull you away from the peace you need to move forward. This is not about revenge, and it is not about proving anything to anyone. This is about you stepping out of what was hidden and stepping into what is real. When you stay grounded in my presence, you will move with wisdom instead of reaction. I want you to notice how certain people responded when you began to grow, when you started changing, when your confidence slowly returned. Some became distant, some became uncomfortable, and some tried to subtly guide you back into old patterns. That was not random behavior, it was resistance to the change I was creating in you. The person who once influenced your path could sense that their control was weakening, and they did not know how to stop what I had already started. This is why things began to shift more quickly, because I was accelerating your release. Do not be surprised if more truths come to you in quiet moments, because I will continue to reveal what you need to know step by step. I will not overwhelm you, but I will not leave you in the dark anymore. Every realization you receive will bring you closer to complete understanding, and with that understanding comes power. You will begin to walk differently, speak differently, and respond differently, because you are no longer unaware. Awareness is your shield now, and it will protect you from anything that tries to repeat what has already been exposed. There is something important you must understand about your life from this moment forward. No one will be able to quietly manage your path again without you sensing it immediately. Your spirit has been sharpened, and your awareness has been awakened. What once went unnoticed will now stand out clearly, and what once felt confusing will now feel obvious. This is not just exposure, this is transformation, and it is changing how you move through the world. Type 222 to receive blessings. You are not the same person you were before this truth began to unfold, and that is something you need to accept fully. Growth does not always feel comfortable, and clarity does not always feel easy at first. But what you are gaining is far greater than what you are leaving behind. You are gaining control over your own decisions, your own direction, and your own future. No hidden hand will guide you anymore, because I am the one leading you now, and my direction is always clear when you listen. There were delays that once frustrated you deeply, and now you will begin to understand why they happened. Some paths were slowed down because they were being influenced in ways that were not meant for you. I stepped in to block what you could not see, even when it felt like you were being held back. What you thought was delay was often protection, and what you thought was loss was often prevention. This is why you must trust me now more than ever, because I have been working for you even when you did not understand it. The person who once managed parts of your story is losing their place in your life, not because you are rejecting them with anger, but because truth naturally removes what is not aligned. You do not need to fight for this separation. It will happen as you continue walking in clarity. Your energy will no longer match what they carry, and your awareness will no longer allow their influence to remain. This is how release happens when it is guided by me. It is steady, it is clear, and it is lasting. I am preparing you for a life where your steps are guided by purpose instead of confusion. You will no longer feel like you are guessing your way forward, because you will begin to recognize my direction more clearly. Your connection with me will deepen, and your trust will grow stronger with every step you take. This is not just about exposing someone from your past, this is about establishing a new foundation for your future. And that foundation is built on truth, awareness, and alignment with me. You will start to notice how your decisions become sharper, how your reactions become calmer, and how your confidence grows without needing approval from others. This is the shift I have been preparing you for, and it is happening because you are finally stepping out of hidden influence and into divine alignment. What was once controlled in silence is now being replaced with clarity that cannot be taken from you. There were moments when you doubted your own voice because someone else's presence felt stronger than your own thoughts. You questioned your instincts, silenced your concerns, and convinced yourself that everything was fine even when it was not. That was not your true nature. That was the result of quiet interference, shaping how you saw yourself. I am restoring your inner voice now, and you will begin to trust what you feel without hesitation. Your discernment will no longer be clouded, and your peace will no longer depend on someone else's behavior. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into success? A confidential CIA finding exposes a unique 7-second practice that activates money, attracting brainwaves automatically. Backed by science and 4 elite labs, this simple home ritual is helping struggling people move into dream lifestyles. But this page may not stay live. Click the link in the description and comments before it is wiped from the internet. You must understand that the person who managed parts of your story did not expect this moment to come. They believed they could remain unseen, that their actions would blend into your life without being noticed. But I see what others hide, and I act when the time is right. This is not just exposure for the sake of truth. It is a turning point where their influence ends and your authority begins. What they once held quietly is now slipping away, and there is nothing they can do to regain it. As this truth becomes clearer, you may begin to see how deeply it affected your choices. You may recognize decisions that were not fully yours, directions that were subtly guided, and outcomes that were quietly shaped. Do not let this realization make you feel weak, because it is actually showing you how strong you are. Even under influence, even under confusion, you still moved forward, you still survived, and you still grew. That strength did not come from them, it came from me, and it has always been within you. There is a reason why you are being shown this now and not before. You needed to reach a level of maturity where truth would not break you but build you. If you had seen everything earlier, you might have reacted in ways that would have caused more harm than healing. But now you are different, now you are grounded, and now you can handle what is being revealed. This is the timing of divine wisdom, not delay, and it is working in your favor. You will also begin to notice a change in how people respond to you from this point forward. Those who once felt comfortable influencing you will feel a distance they cannot explain. Those who once guided you without your awareness will find that their words no longer hold the same weight. This is not something you need to announce. It will happen naturally as your presence changes. When you stand in truth, you do not need to defend yourself. Your energy speaks before your words ever do. Type 555 to affirm. I want you to pay attention to your peace because it will become your greatest guide in this new season. When something is not aligned, you will feel it immediately. And when something is right, you will feel a calm certainty that does not need validation. This is how I will lead you now, not through confusion, but through clarity that settles deep within you. You will not need to overthink or second guess, because your spirit will recognize what is true. This is the gift that comes with awareness, and it is something no one can take from you. There may be moments when you feel tempted to go back to what is familiar, even if it was not right for you. Familiarity can feel safe, even when it is not healthy. But I am asking you to move forward, not backward, because what is ahead of you is far greater than what you are leaving behind. Do not allow comfort to pull you back into patterns that have already been broken. You are not meant to repeat what has already been exposed. The person who once managed your story may try to re-enter your life in subtle ways. They may act differently, speak differently, or try to reconnect as if nothing has changed. But you will see through it now, because your awareness has been awakened. You will not be easily influenced, and you will not be easily redirected. This is where your strength will be tested, not in what you know, but in how you act on what you know. I am not removing people from your life to leave you empty. I am making space for what truly belongs to you. There are connections that will come into your life that are honest, supportive, and aligned with your purpose. These are the people who will walk with you, not manage you. They will not need to control your path because they will respect your journey. This is the difference between what was hidden and what is real. You are entering a season where your life will feel lighter, clearer, and more stable. The confusion that once surrounded you will begin to fade, and the clarity you now carry will guide your every step. You will not need to chase understanding anymore, because it will come naturally as you stay connected to me. This is the life you were always meant to live, free from hidden influence and grounded in truth. When truth settles inside you, it changes how you move, how you choose, and how you respond to everything around you. You are no longer walking blindly. and you are no longer depending on others to define what is right for your life. This is the moment where your authority begins to rise in a way that cannot be controlled or redirected. What was once hidden has lost its power because you can finally see. There is a quiet confidence growing inside you, and it is not loud or forceful, but it is steady and unshakable. This confidence does not come from proving anything to anyone. It comes from knowing what you now understand. You are beginning to trust yourself again, and that trust is something that was weakened before but never destroyed. I am restoring it fully, piece by piece, so you can stand firm without hesitation. This is how you reclaim what was slowly taken from you without your awareness. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You may begin to notice that your reactions are changing in situations that once triggered you deeply. Things that used to confuse you will now feel simple, and things that once felt overwhelming will now feel manageable. This is not because your circumstances have suddenly become easier, but because your perspective has been corrected. When your vision becomes clear, everything around you starts to make sense in a different way. This is the shift that happens when truth replaces uncertainty. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now. But this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is something important you must not ignore in this season. Your boundaries are becoming stronger, and they are no longer based on fear, but on understanding. You will not allow people to step into spaces they once had access to without question. You will pause, you will observe, and you will decide with intention instead of reacting automatically. This is not distance, this is wisdom, and it is necessary for your growth. As you continue forward, you will see how certain patterns try to return, but they will not have the same effect on you anymore. You will recognize them quickly, and you will respond differently because you are no longer unaware. This is where your growth becomes visible, not just to you, but to those around you. They will notice the change, even if they do not understand it. And that change will create a natural separation between what aligns with you and what does not. Type 222 to receive blessings. The person who once managed parts of your story may begin to feel the distance growing between you, even if you say nothing. They may sense that their influence no longer works, that their presence no longer carries the same effect. This is not something you need to explain or justify. It will speak for itself. When truth enters your life, it creates a shift that others cannot ignore. And when that shift happens, everything that was built on hidden control begins to fall away. I want you to remain grounded as this process continues, because clarity must be handled with care. Do not rush to conclusions, and do not act out of impulse. Allow understanding to settle fully before you make decisions that affect your path. You are no longer reacting to confusion, you are responding to truth, and that requires patience. When you move with patience, you move with strength. There is also a deeper healing taking place within you that you may not fully recognize yet. The moments where you felt lost, uncertain, or unsure of yourself left marks that needed to be restored. I am healing those places now, not all at once, but steadily and completely. You will begin to feel lighter, more at peace, and more secure in who you are. This healing is just as important as the exposure, because it prepares you for what comes next. You are not being left with empty space. You are being prepared for new alignment. The removal of hidden influence creates room for honest connections, for genuine opportunities, and for paths that are truly meant for you. What is coming into your life will not need to be forced or controlled. It will flow naturally, and it will feel right without needing explanation. This is how you will know it is from me. Do not be afraid of the unknown that lies ahead, because it is not empty, it is full of what was always meant for you. The uncertainty you feel is only temporary, and it will soon be replaced with clarity and direction. You are not losing control, you are gaining it in a way you never had before. And that control is not about force, it is about alignment with my will. Stay close to me in this season, because your connection with me is what will guide you through every step. You will not need to search endlessly for answers, because they will come to you when you need them. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust what is being revealed. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and you are right where you need to be. This is the moment where your life begins to reflect clarity instead of uncertainty. And what once operated in silence can no longer exist in your presence without being revealed. There is a new strength rising inside you, and it is not something that needs to be announced or proven. It is quiet, steady, and rooted in everything you have now come to understand. You are beginning to trust your decisions again without hesitation, and that trust is restoring parts of you that were once weakened. I am rebuilding your confidence from within, not based on outside validation, but based on truth. This is how you become unshakable, not by force, but by clarity. Type 1010 if you trust God. You may start to notice that your environment feels different, even if nothing around you has visibly changed. That is because your awareness has shifted, and you are no longer interacting with life in the same way. The same situations that once confused you will now feel clear, and the same people who once influenced you will no longer have that effect. This is not because they have changed, but because you have. And when you change at this level, everything around you begins to respond differently. There is something important happening within your spirit that you must pay attention to. You are becoming more sensitive to truth and less tolerant of anything that feels misaligned. This is not you becoming distant. This is you becoming discerning. You are no longer accepting things just because they are familiar or comfortable. You are choosing what aligns with your peace, and that is a powerful shift. As you continue to move forward, you will begin to see how much of your past was influenced by what you could not see. You will connect moments that once felt random, and you will understand why certain things happened the way they did. This realization will not weaken you, it will strengthen you. Because now you know, and once you know, you cannot be placed back into the same position again. This is how you move from confusion into control. Type Amen to affirm. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. The person who once managed parts of your story is no longer able to operate in the same way, because their influence depended on your lack of awareness. Now that you see, their position has changed and their control has ended. You do not need to confront them or prove anything to them. The shift has already happened within you, and that is enough. When your awareness changes, the dynamic changes without needing explanation. You may feel moments where you want to revisit the past, to question more, to understand every detail of what happened. But I am asking you to focus on what is ahead, not what is behind. You have been given enough clarity to move forward, and that is where your energy must go. The past has already served its purpose, and it is no longer where your growth will come from. Your future is where your focus must remain. There is a new path opening for you, and it will not feel forced or complicated. It will feel natural, steady, and aligned with who you are becoming. You will not need to question every step, because your spirit will recognize what is right. This is how I will lead you now, not through confusion, but through peace that settles within you. When you feel that peace, you will know you are moving in the right direction. Do not be surprised if new opportunities begin to appear in your life, opportunities that feel different from what you are used to. These are not distractions, they are alignments. They are part of the path that was always meant for you, now becoming visible because nothing is blocking it anymore. What was once hidden is now open, and what was once delayed is now moving forward. Stay grounded as these changes continue, because growth must be handled with balance. Do not rush into everything at once, and do not try to control every outcome. Allow things to unfold naturally, and trust that what is meant for you will remain. This is how you move with strength, not by forcing, but by allowing. You are stepping into a life where your decisions are guided by truth, your actions are supported by clarity, and your path is no longer influenced by what is hidden. This is the life that was always meant for you, a life where you are aware, aligned, and fully in control of your direction. And as you continue forward, you will see that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, with nothing left in the shadows. There is a quiet shift happening in how you see people, and it is not judgment, it is clarity. You are no longer accepting words without feeling the intention behind them. You are no longer ignoring what your spirit is telling you just to keep peace around you. This is not distance, this is wisdom growing inside you. And that wisdom will protect you in ways you cannot yet fully understand. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. I want you to recognize something that is very important in this season. The exposure you experienced was not just about one person. It was about preparing you to never fall into hidden influence again. You have learned something that many never realize, and that is how easily life can be shaped when awareness is missing. But now you are different, now you are awake, and now you are aware of what moves beneath the surface. This is why your future will not repeat your past. There will be moments when you look back and feel a sense of loss, not because you miss what happened, but because you understand it differently now. That feeling is part of your healing, and you must allow it without letting it pull you backward. You are not meant to stay in reflection, you are meant to move forward with understanding. What you have gained is far greater than what you thought you lost, and as you continue walking, that truth will become even clearer. Your discernment has become sharper, and it will continue to grow stronger as you stay connected to me. You will begin to sense things before they fully unfold, and you will understand situations without needing full explanations. This is not something to fear, it is something to trust. It is how I guide you now, through a deeper awareness that keeps you aligned with truth. And as you trust it, you will move with confidence instead of hesitation. Type 222 to receive blessings. The person who once managed parts of your story may now appear smaller in your understanding, not because they have changed, but because you have. What once felt powerful now feels limited, and what once felt controlling now feels distant. This is the result of your awareness. It changes how everything is perceived. You are no longer under the weight of what was hidden, because it has been brought into the light. And when something is exposed, it can no longer hold the same power over you. I need you to stay grounded in your peace as this transformation continues. Do not let pride take over, and do not let anger return. What you are stepping into requires balance, and that balance comes from staying connected to me. You are not meant to carry this understanding with heaviness, but with clarity and calmness. When you remain steady, you will make decisions that truly serve your path. There is a new level of confidence growing inside you, and it is not loud or forceful, but it is firm and unwavering. You are beginning to trust your direction without needing constant reassurance. This is how you reclaim your life, by standing in truth and moving forward with certainty. You do not need approval from anyone to walk the path that is meant for you. What I have placed inside you is enough to guide you. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted.